This is Ella. She is a boss. Me, on the other hand.
Once upon a time, there was a girl called Noodle. No, that's not it. Noodle aka. That's still not it. Noobuke.
So what better way to jump off my keto diet than eating a lot of carbs? So Ella, I bought these two. I bought the really spicy ones. This is what was in all the videos, and this I saw in the shop. These are some Korean volcano noodles, and this is 2 times spicy. Apparently, I saw some videos yesterday, and apparently
It's true, Papa. Yeah, man, she's good. Man.
it's hot, but don't worry. I think we'll be fine. I think we're from Ghana. Hi, everybody. Can you please introduce yourself? This is also my first official, I think, collab video. That's no vlog or everything.
I made it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Hi, I'm Emmanuella. What else did I say?
I'm done with university.
Oh yes, I'm done with university now. I've been here for 4 years. I'm a big girl.
So today we're doing the spicy noodle challenge. It is something I have seen on the internet a lot. Apparently the noodles are hot.
I'm actually scared.
Are you scared?
You're mixing. It's not like one type of noodle.
As you guys saw earlier, I'm mixing 2 noodle packets because why not give some extra flavor to my life? So we're gonna do that, and I was just gonna talk about uni, talk about life, talk about faith, talk about love. I'm so excited, and what was I saying? So I watched some Priscilla Shear. How do you say her name?
Shira. I don't know.
Shira.
Just call her Priscilla. Call her by her first.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I watched some Priscilla video this morning because and they're talking about prayer, and it was so good because she was just talking about have you watched?
I'm gonna forget scissors. I'm sorry, I can't do this.
She's rude. She's rude. That's what she is. Everybody's drinking mascatella like us. Anyway, what was I saying? Priscilla. So I was watching a Priscilla video. She was talking about the power of prayer, which was really cool. Because of War Room. Have you watched War Room?
Yeah, I've watched War Room.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I loved.
It was such a good movie.
Yeah, she's the reason why I want a prayer room in my house.
Yeah, honestly, it was gonna be so cool. Cause you see, I actually realized that prayer rooms were a thing, but I didn't know I didn't know what. I don't know. My friend had a prayer room in her house.
Oh really?
Yeah, her parents' prayer room, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, cause I didn't know what that was, and then I watched War Room, and I was like, so it's a thing. It's not like a Ghana thing or anything. It's a thing.
And I only found out about it legit through prayer room.
Through War Room.
Yeah, War Room. Yeah. And then after our church has one, so I was like, So at first, when you first hear about it, it's just like you can pray anywhere. Why do you need a specific room?
Yeah,
but I think having a place, like a specific place to pray in.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something about going to the same place again and praying. Like it becomes like almost a portal. The atmosphere just changes because that's your go-to place for prayer.
Yeah.
Not that you can't pray in anywhere else or whatever. But
I don't know what to say. I'm in love with you.
I don't think anyone else on the internet is mixing 2 different brands.
No, I don't think so. But that's why we're unique, because we're not just anybody on the internet.
Yeah, just bless this food, God. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite scared, but it will be done. In Jesus' name we pray.
Talk to me about what's a hot topic?
Don't do your face like that. What are you about to? Oh
Ella, please talk to me about love.
I knew it. I could feel it.
How do you? Because you were single for a while, right?
Single my whole life.
There we go.
Well,
what's your advice to singles, and then how do you honor your singleness?
What's my advice to singles? Ooh, it's sad because I don't really feel like I did my singleness properly, and when I got around to doing my singleness
properly, you want to go back and
my boyfriend came and messed everything up.
So you want to go back to do this?
There are times where I want to go back and do it, but I have to honor God in a sense that every season served its purpose. and I can't, like, I feel like the enemy sometimes allows us to dishonor the season that we're in by allowing us to idolize the season that we were once in, so we miss out on all the joy and the grace and the favor that God has given us now because we're holding on to the past.
Sometimes you also remember wrong.
Yeah. So now that I'm in a relationship, I try to let go of my singleness because I was, there was danger of me falling into the thing of, I'd rather be single right now, as opposed to, thank you God for giving me such a God-fearing man, like, thank you for where you're taking me.
So tell me about that God-fearing man. Was that something you looked for?
I didn't even finish the singleness.
Sorry,
the poor singletons, like they're needing their advice and you're cutting off their thing so short. Imagine, look, I just clocked, I said that all the advice videos are basically love and relationships.
And then this is it.
I'm sorry.
You know, like, I actually thought about it, and I was saying that, like, that's so interesting because that's what people click on.
Yeah.
That's what people want to hear. Me, that's what I want to hear as well. It's very interesting. Don't come at me, mommy. I'm not looking for a boyfriend. But that's also very interesting. And that's also what a lot of people want to hear. So, yeah. So, yeah. I think definitely in the future, I am going to do a YouTube video and YouTube videos that, you know, how do you live life without always constantly thinking about this love aspect of your life?
It's a lot easier than you think it is.
Is it actually?
It's a lot easier than you think it is.
Netflix, YouTube, Instagram?
It's just like, it's one of those ones like, how much of an idol is it in your life? If it's not that much of an idol, or I want something more than relationships, I will purposely do things to make sure that it's not my number one thing. It's harder now because at the moment, like, how can you say, is it hard, how do I stop thinking about relationships when your social media is filled with it? You're following Bella Niger, Wedding Digest, these Ghanaian weddings, all this something, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, all this type of stuff. Like, if I'm occupying myself with other things, then it shouldn't necessarily be on my mind. It should be a lot easier. Like, how can I say, oh, this thing has such a hold on me when I constantly begin to feed this thought. I feed this thought, and then when that thought gets big and it develops strength, then all of a sudden I'm surprised that I can't, like, control it anymore. But I was feeding it in the first place, if that makes sense. So you have to be real with yourself and be honest and, like,
hey, Pastor Ella.
I have to be real with yourself, because that's one of the things that when I started to do my singleness properly, I have to be real with myself. Like, I nicknamed myself CEO of Husband Hunting. I had to be real with myself. What was I watching? What was I listening to? Why were these things constantly on my mind? What type of conversations was I encouraging with my friends? We could be talking about something. Why is it every time we start talking about something different, then somehow it ends up talking about boys and whatnot? Just be real with yourself. First thing is acknowledgement, and then we can move on from there. Yeah.
Stay tuned, guys. That was only part 1 of the video. The rest of the video is coming at you. See you. I need to sign out.